Russia on brink of civil war as Chechen rebels prepare to topple key Putin ally. Vladimir Putin is potentially facing a new civil war in the Caucasus, after Chechen rebels said they were preparing for further hostilities in the region. Russia was involved in two bitter wars in Chechnya during the 1990s and early 2000s after Chechen separatists pursued independence from Moscow after the collapse of the Soviet Union. The First Chechen War took place between 1994 to 1996 under President Boris Yeltsin and resulted in a humiliating defeat for Russia. Then in 1999, Putin once again sent in the troops to crush Chechen rebels in a brutal campaign which saw Chechnya's capital Grozny razed to the ground. Ramzan Kadyrov, a local warlord who had switched allegiances from the rebels to Moscow, was put in charge as president of the Islamic Republic until his assassination in 2004. He was succeeded by his son Ramzan Kadyrov, who has remained in power ever since and proved a loyal supporter of the Russian president. Kadyrov has sent his soldiers to fight for Putin in Ukraine, providing much-needed manpower for Russian commanders. However, Chechen rebels have formed their own battalions that are fighting for Ukraine. One such unit is named after Sheikh Mansour, a legendary Chechen commander and Islamic leader who fought the Russians during the late 18th century. Islam Belakiv, a spokesman for the battalion, said in a recent video address that Chechen rebels were preparing for new hostilities in their homeland. He claimed that the rebels had been working with local populations to find out information about Russian troop numbers and movements, as well as types of armaments and quantity of weapons. Mr. Belakiv said, "We know the enemy's positions, where Russian military bases are." Then in a stark warning to Putin, he ominously added, "If Chechnya trembles, Russia will collapse." A Russian defense expert believes the threats of further conflict in Chechnya are not idle and could force the Kremlin to divert troops from Ukraine at a time it can ill afford to do so. Rebecca Koffler, a former intelligence officer in Russian doctrine and strategy for the Defense Intelligence Agency, DIA, told Fox News, "The possibility of them taking advantage of Putin's forces being tied up in Ukraine to assert their independence is very plausible, even if the threats come to nothing." She argued it would at least make Putin and the Russians believe that they will have to divert their attention and take eyes off Ukraine, so Ukrainians could launch a counteroffensive.